Okay, couple things. I had to reset the recording, and I accidentally knocked my mic stand over. But we're here again, starting up Fatal Frame 2. And we just finished up the original Fatal Frame off the Xbox. This is Fatal Frame 2 off of the Xbox as well. Yes, the BRB screen does not make an appearance very often, but we're glad it's there for whatever reason. Also, yes, that was the Evil Within version of Claire de la Lune. Probably the most superior version you can get of just the Claire de la Lune excerpt, because you don't usually get it as just a tune on its own. It's usually mixed in with the rest of the whatever. I forget the full piece, the movement, whatever it's called. But anyway, see you again in a couple of years, BRB screen. You never know. I'm not one to take breaks very often, though, and I usually only do about 2 to 3 hours, so it's never anything too terrible.
Is your leg okay? Does it hurt?
I think these cutscenes show in the actual game, so I probably don't need to go through that. Do we have an option or something here? Okay, so once again, this is Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterflies subtitle, off of the Xbox. This is considered the director's cut. Similar to the original version of Fatal Frame, this also has additional bonuses. It's got a hard mode, it's got alternate endings, it's got costumes, it's got other unlockables. So it's stacked with the options. This is the definitive version of the game, so to speak. So it's the reason why I wanted to do these off the Xbox, even though I do have the PS2 copies available on the PSN. But it was asked that if Dale, you asked if I was going to, if I don't even know if I'm going to be doing Fatal Frame 3 this month, maybe, if we have enough time. We still got Dead Space 1 and 2 to finish up too. But if I do it, I'm probably going to do the PS3 version that's off the PSN. What I was saying was that there was physical copies. Somebody like got a catalog of them or something. Probably found a stock box or something like that. Because somebody was selling them on eBay for like $50-$60, which isn't bad considering how rare these games usually end up getting. So I was kicking around the idea of getting one, but I haven't actually gotten it yet. And you never know. Usually if they sell it off the PSN, it's a pretty good copy. Like there's not going to be any emulation issues. But I always do like to have the physical copy on hand. So I don't know. Okay, we've got original mode or FPS mode. I think FPS mode was also an additional thing that was in this director's cut. Not too sure, but yeah. Let's see. Options, what do we got? Vibration, subtitle, brightness. Oh no, look at that spooky ghost in there. Save the cache, go digital. Nah. In most cases, I don't like strictly going digital. Because I was thinking, like, there was some game I was playing, and, like, if I only ever had it digital, it's not like I can use that off anything except the PS3. If the store does go down, and I can't ever download that stuff again, and then that PS3 dies, well, I'm up shit creek. What am I going to do? But if I had a physical copy, PS2s ain't hard to get. I can rip the disc if I wanted to. I can play it off of a PS2 or a backwards compatible PS3. There's a few options. So, I don't know. Just because of that.
Didn't we always promise each other
Speak up, girl.
that we would always be together?
Oh, there we go.
We used to play here all the time. Yeah. All of this will be gone soon. Is your leg okay? Does it hurt? It does a little, but I'm fine. Meow? Yes? Never mind.
Oops.
Mayu, about that time back then. Mayu? Mayu! Where are you going? No, stop! Wait! Mayu! Mayu?
All right, and that's how you begin the game. I was going for the classic feel. I mean, it's kind of related to that, but not super. It's not even just like I'm a classicalist at heart or anything like that. There's usually just more incentive to buy physical copies. I mean, there are risks involved with that as well. It's not always sunshine and lollipops, as they say, but it definitely leaves me with a handful more options. Wife and you rented this several times before you beat it. She was basically there for moral support. She had fun watching it, hopefully, at least. Also, this one, unlike the original Fatal Frame, does not support the D-pad, unfortunately. I was never too fond of using the analog sticks for games like this, but I suppose I will press on.
Where is this? Mayu? The lost village.
Oh, they should have called it the Lost Village then, not the Crimson Butterfly.
About this place. A long time ago, there was a village here that disappeared during a festival. People who get lost in the woods are trapped by the village. Could this be that place?
Still great to have a game your lady gets into. They're rare. Yeah, I could definitely see that being the thing. You can see the roofs of the houses faintly through the darkness. There don't seem to be any people in the village. But don't we all wish we had a cheerleader in our corner when we're gaming?
Somebody here.
So, at the onset, it almost seems like this game might be like an escort type game, but I don't think that's the case. I also don't know how connected this is to the original. I don't remember. Overwrite these saves. From what I can recall, this game doesn't really have too much to do with the original. It still deals with ghosts, obviously, and having a camera obscura that you use to battle them. But I don't remember there being any like story connections. There's another ritual involved, but I don't think it has any. I seem to remember this one being a little bit more nefarious, not necessarily like holding back the gates of hell. Because while the means to the end was pretty harsh in that regard, at least it was holding back demon spawn from the gates of hell. Not too sure what this one was about. Something on the ground. Black bag. There's several pieces of paper and a photo inside. News clipping from years ago. The headline reads, Geological survey are missing. Same location from one at least? I don't even know if they're the same. I guess we'll find out, but I don't think this is the Himado Mansion. This is like a town or something. Maybe it's in the same area. With the start of construction for All Gods Dam approaching. What a name. Masumi Makimura, 26, a geological surveyor dispatched to the area, has gone missing. Mr. Makimura went to the area to investigate a site that would be submerged once the dam was built, but hasn't been heard from for 5 days. All Gods Dam. Search for Masumi Makimura, 26, a surveyor missing since the 4th of this month, came to a close yesterday. Mr. Makimura has been helping to conduct the geological survey for All Gods Dam. As of yesterday, he's been missing for 10 days. Couple. Photo of a man and a woman are attached to the news clipping. Okay, put that in the file.
Whose is this, I wonder? Who else is here?
The good thing is that the tank controls are no longer present, so it makes using the analog sticks a little bit more preferable. I seem to remember when I was testing this game before, it also had a weird, funky little thing going on when it came to using the camera, so I guess we'll see once we actually get it. Whoa. Okay, the shifting camera angles are still kind of weird though. That's why tank controls are preferable in a situation where you have static shifting camera angles, because you can just press up and just keep going forward and not accidentally have to run back.
I wonder if anyone's here. Mio? Yeah.
Oh no. No, this is not a co-op game. Like I said, at the onset, it almost seems like it's going to be an escort mission, and you have 2 characters here, but I'm pretty sure the other girl
Isn't anybody here?
wanders off at some point.
Should we go inside? Mayu? Mayu! What's wrong?
I don't want to kill anyone.
What was that? I don't know. I don't know.
A little bit weird. People bitch about tank controls so much. Usually, yeah, and I've gone into the reasoning as to why tank controls are usually better for this type of gameplay, and why it's not that hard. Never really figured out why people can't wrap their head around tank controls.
Go too far.
I don't think I can walk any slower. I know she's got the leg issue, but come on. You also think the twin dips out? Yeah, I believe so. Heard rumors. This is a woman's notebook number 1. I didn't read that part. Heard rumors about the lost village before. Long ago, a massacre occurred on the day of the ceremony, and the village was wiped from the map. Twin deity statues in the forest lead lost people to the village entrance. Once you pass through the gate, however, you cannot go back. The village eternally relives that night of death. The insane laughter of a woman is said to echo throughout the village. The only survivor of the massacre at the village was a lone woman. Fascinating. One girl's ass is bigger than the other. They are twins, but you can never really account for that kind of stuff. It's a possibility. Oh, we could actually walk in here. I thought the kimono was just blocking our way. Woman's notebook 2. Sometimes I sense someone is passing by the window. He carries a torch and mutters things. Seems to be searching for somebody, but it's not Masumi. In the distance, I can hear some kind of sad ceremonial song being sung. They say that this village vanished on the day of a ceremony, and that day is repeated over and over again. I think once we got to the point where cameras could be manipulated, obviously tank controls were no longer preferable, because you didn't have to deal with continually shifting camera angles that would skew the perspective and change the way the controls would work. So once cameras got either
Being watched by someone.
to the point where they started tracking or to the point where you could actually manipulate it yourself, then that was no longer a necessity. But it definitely had its place, aside from games that could incorporate it into the map relatively well or have a very big static view, like a Metal Gear Solid, for instance. But otherwise, when you're dealing with shifty camera angles like this, usually you don't want to be messing around with the control scheme too much, because if it's continually shifting, then you could just end up going backwards by the time the camera angle shifts or something like that. Fortunately, most games, and it seems like this one is doing it for the most part, but most games around this time period where they still had static camera angles but used like freeform analog control, if you held the analog button down in whatever direction you were going, you'd still go in the direction you were previously moving in. Oops, we missed number 3. Torn notebook page that was stuffed into the bedding has fallen out. Woman's notebook 4. Someone, anyone, whoever sees this, look for me. I'm trapped in this village. Help me! There's a hanging painting here, but it's so faded you can't even see the color of the flowers. And that's a real crime, isn't it? The sliding door of the closet won't open anymore. Maybe it's warped? I mean, given the state of disrepair, I wouldn't be surprised. Ordered Saw 2, expensive damn game. How many of those games did they make? Because I know the movies were obviously successful. There's so many of them, but I wouldn't have guessed that the video game series would have been all that. Also, that point where she turned around there, that was a point where I was holding down the button to move in one direction, but it didn't work with the camera angle, so it seems like it's not 100% foolproof. Just 2 as far as you know. You never know. There could be like a digital only release or something like that too. So did you end up finishing Saw then? You only stream. I mean, well, I guess you go for long streams, but I thought you just started that the last time you streamed.
Cold.
Yeah, it tends to get a little drafty in spots like this. Excuse me. It's like an old coal razor. Made some progress, though. Okay, I gotcha. Dust inside hasn't been used in a long time. Ah, here's number 3. Masumi, it's me, Miyako. Came to look for you. Let's go home together. Together we can make it. Call for me if you find this. I'll be nearby. Miss you.
I wonder if anyone's really here.
Well, we've seen several ghosts, but I don't know that there's any physical forms here. Sliding screen is broken up and is out of its frame. Move out of the way. There are lanterns at the back of the garden. They're lit. Cold, damp wind is blowing from the atrium. Okay. That's what I missed before. Well, I don't think there's anything here. No, it's the opposite of that. You say you order from Amazon and it comes in a day, eBay 2 weeks, figure better do it now. We were talking about that like months ago. Order a game from Amazon, it takes like a month to get in. You order a game from eBay, it takes like a week. Most eBay sellers will usually try to push out faster delivery times because it is all about the feedback on that site. Amazon people just don't give a shit. I ordered Mad World last year for the Wii. It literally took 2 months for me to get that goddamn game. The door is slightly ajar. We'll open it. And it wasn't nothing like, it wasn't near a holiday season or anything like that. It's just the seller didn't give a shit.
Something's strange about this place.
Yeah, I think the ghosts probably have something to do with that, and the fact that we're wandering around a dilapidated mansion, but you know. Ooh, a flashlight. The batteries still seem to be good. Someone must have left it here. Camera Obscura pointers. Old book under the flashlight. Camera pointers written on the cover. This camera was made by Dr. Aso to take photographs of beings in the spiritual plane that normally cannot be seen. It can reveal events from the past through lingering thoughts of individuals. It is also able to photograph spiritual beings that are invisible to the human eye. Taking a photo of an unseen being has an exorcismal effect, but simultaneously creates a sort of link with them. If the camera obscura is used carelessly, the beings may even gain the upper hand on the user. Uh-oh. I wonder if I can photograph the site at the heart of this village's forbidden ritual. If Dr. Aso were here, I'm sure he would be excited. Seijiro Makabe. Anything else from Amazon? There's a knock on the door before you set your phone down. Well, you live near a fulfillment center, so I'm sure it's different for you. Much older than the flashlight. Alright. We got a little backstory on this camera. I'm thinking this is detached from the game pretty much as far as you can get.
So this is the camera obscura. It takes pictures
Oh no, you could see ghosts and exorcise them.
Camera Obscura. Me.
Too dangerous to be in this world.
What's that? Is someone here?
Uh-oh, someone at the door. Amazon usually takes a while for you too. You usually get stuff maybe a week or two. Retro games do take forever for you, but literally anything else is stupid quick. Again, I think it's because you live near a fulfillment center. I think since you're near that fulfillment center, they might even have private like delivery. Might not even ship it out. I've known a couple other people that live near fulfillment centers in California, and they talk about how fast they get stuff like next day. Sometimes, if they order it early enough in the morning, they'll get it the day of because they live so close to the fulfillment center. But you're saying retro games take a while for you, but probably because that comes from private sellers, not people that are affiliated with Amazon. So they have to ship it out on their own terms. So, like 15 minutes away? Yeah, see? There you go. I've heard it several times from other people, but the closer you live to a fulfillment center, the faster you get your stuff. Like within a day or two. That is not how it goes for everybody. Let me tell you. I live nowhere near a fulfillment center. It takes like 2 weeks to get everything in. Basic camera operations. Camera Obscura is a special camera that allows to exercise spirits by taking photographs of them. When you face the direction where a spirit is, a filament at the bottom right screen, top viewfinder will glow. So you've located a spirit, raise the camera with the B button. I found the spirit, center it in the viewfinder, and press the shutter button, right trigger, to take a photo of it. Ooh, no, I don't like that. Okay, I don't like those controls. Change it. Where can we do that? Options. Control settings. 2D controls, directions relative to the screen. Oh, look, we could set up tank controls if we want. 3D controls, up to go forward, left to right to turn. The only thing is, I don't like tank controls with the analog stick. If I could use a D-pad, I would prefer to have the 3D control movement, but not that way. Look normal's probably fine. Switch thumbstick. Click left thumbstick, 180 degree turn, left thumbstick move, right thumbstick look. Yes, that's the one I want. Thank God for control customization, because I would be unhappy if I had to deal with the default controls. Much better. Okay. Slow as shit, but I guess that's alright. Somebody was saying that the 180 degree turn was only in the original Fatal Frame. Clearly they were mistaken. Look how fast I could whip this bad boy around. That's not a quick turn? Alright, what do we got here? Some flowers in the alcove. They're withered, but it looks as if they were placed there recently. What about the item? Oh, herbal medicine. Okay. Tried pulling on the sliding door, but it's broken and won't budge. Seems to be room beyond it. I think Mayu is her name, our main character here. She's also a lot slower than Miku. I don't know. Maybe we can upgrade her running speed. Oh god. Door woman.
It's gone. Come on, let's get out of here.
Presence you were feeling in front of the door is gone now. It said you can capture things that ordinary people can't see with this camera. Could this be the power of the camera Obscura? Probably, because that was exactly what it said the power was. Alright. I think we'll have an opportunity to go through here again a little bit later, but let's see if we can get the story moving along. Oh no, it's held shut by some powerful force. Ghosts are nailing the doors shut again.
Mayu, look.
Vanishes that door. Oh, I thought there was a door here. Seems to be held shut by some powerful force. Hold up. I don't know, hold up. Oh, there we go. Different place can be seen in the photo. Looks like a coal brazier somewhere. So I'm noticing subtle little differences in the gameplay. For one, well, the UI is a little bit different. I don't know that I like the UI too much. With this one, it's a little bit harder to see where there's, when the ring lights up. So you can't quite tell that there's something you're supposed to be looking at as easily as you could with the first game. But the other thing too is that you can't rapidly take photos. It's not a professional, like, photographer's camera from, I don't know, turn of the century. It makes a little bit more sense, I suppose, but it also kind of sucks because you can't rapid fire this stuff. Oh. It's like I'm bumping into something. Wait a sec, where was that? I was back in the other direction. This way, I think.
Someone here.
No, there isn't. Something can be seen in the photo. Looks like a bloody man. Or an injured man, alright, I guess. Same basic principles, the first game. It's not held by a spirit tag, but kind of the same thing. Man on deck. So I guess, maybe, hold up. Camera. Range, accumulation, sensitivity. And then add special functions when obtained. Okay. I don't have any spirit orbs, so I can't upgrade any of this stuff, but size of the capture circle, maximum amount of spirit power that can be charged, and exercisable power at shot range. There might be something, like an add-on, like it's talking about, that allows the shot speed to go up a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's a little slow, which could screw me over. Pretty sure the sister with the red skirt has a little more meat on her chops. This is important content to address. And you might be right. Who knows if there's going to be more sacrifices or something like that. Maybe they'll want the meteor one. She is also injured, isn't she? Come on, keep up. It's open. Well, then open it. Oh, wait, we already came through here. We were allowed to get through here before. I guess there's something different. Well, we got the journal before. There's a lump under it as if there's something inside. It looks like a corpse. It's probably it. I don't know. It could be an illusion too, because she's not wearing the tights like our Mayu girl is. Looks like an atrium beyond the lattice. You see a deck beyond the atrium. Oh, we saw that before. Kimonos are spilling out of the large chest. There's anything else inside? Oop. Oh, maybe we're playing as Mio. I don't know. Does it really matter? There's a ginger key. Crest of the ginger design is carved onto the copper key. Uh-oh. You like how the follower looks at things of interest? Remember that helping out, if you recall? Yeah, it would. And the twin points it out, obviously. I guess if you're walking around with her. Miku in the last game, though, she would... Goddamn, that was loud. She would look in the direction of items to pick up, which I think was something that maybe started in Silent Hill. So it's definitely not a new mechanic or a mechanic that's unique to this series. I'm going to make a quick save roll fast. However, it is always helpful. I don't know if it started in Silent Hill 1, but I know for a fact in Silent Hill 2 it's a thing, because I was just doing some gameplay recording of that recently. But in that game, James will look in the direction of items to pick up. And Miku in the last game, she would look in the direction of items to pick up, key, interests, notes, things like that. So it helps. You got to take a look at the character, which sometimes you're not actually looking at them just due to how the camera works. But if you're keeping track of where they're actually looking at, you'll probably end up finding some good stuff. But yeah, that was never a thing like in Resident Evil, though I guess in Resident Evil, most of the pickups were fairly obvious, unless it was actual hidden things that you had to destroy stuff for. Let me not go down there yet. Padlock engraved with the family crest representing ginger on the door. Oh, well, we do have the ginger key. Beckoner. Kind of seems useless to shoot photos of non-hostile ghosts, but at the same time, I think you do get points for it. I'm pretty sure I saw points popping up when I was taking photos of these things. Surface of the folding screen has come loose and is falling off. It's probably painted a scene at one time, but it's hard to tell now. Can we still manipulate the... Yeah, okay, we can. Manipulate the flashlight, which never seemed like it had a huge purpose to me, but I guess it's something to do. Woman Notebook 6. How much time has passed since I came here? How long will this night last? I can't take the darkness. It's driving me crazy. I have to get out of here. I have to see Masumi. Wasn't journal entry 4 the one where she was already going crazy? Help me. Old brazier in the corner of the room. Dust is inside. It's been used in a long time. Book number 7. I must be tired. If I start to relax, I pass out. Even in a crazy place like this, the darkness here is creeping into my dreams. Slaughter, rivers of blood, fallen people, a woman in a blood-stained kimono, insane laughter, and the twin sisters calling out, "Don't kill me!" That woman's laugh is seared into my mind. I don't want to sleep anymore. We've all been there. Wrong button. Ah, shit. That's the first one I missed. I'm still used to the Y button being the quick turn. Notebook number 8. Masumi found my note. He was in the village. I could see him soon. I can't move. I'll wait here. He'll be back. He'll find the way out. If he comes back. He came. Okay. That's all you need to know, really.
She came into this house looking for her boyfriend. And then, where did she go? This place must be... Mayu?
Okay, we'll see you later, Taylor. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the raid as well. Always appreciated. But you take care. Have a good night. Don't get too spooked. I know we've been seeing some creepy imagery. You can exercise the spirits by taking photographs of them with the camera Obscura. The greater the response indicated on the charge gauge, the capture circle, the greater damage you can inflict on the spirit. This is all stuff that's basically the same from 1. When the charge gauge glows red, that instance is a shutter chance. It's a different name this time. If you can shoot during this instant, you can inflict heavier damage on the spirit and repel it back further. Blast back. Using this blast back ability will push back an approaching spirit. You must have film to shoot. When shooting in succession, you have to wait for the next shot to load before shooting again. While loading, pressing the shutter button will have no effect. Load time is shown at the top right of the screen. High power film gives more damage and loads quicker. Okay, so that's what loads quicker. It's a type of film that you use, not necessarily a upgrade. But maybe there's an upgrade at some point that can do it for us. Oh, okay, this is coming back to me. This is a much different method. Whoa, okay, hold up. From 1. I mean, you still get those 0 shots, but the gauge is no longer about keeping the viewfinder trained on the ghost and just dragging it out. I guess it's based on like how close you are to the ghost. I don't know, but it stays like at a static point until they could do something. There we go. So it's a little bit different. I mean, it's mostly the same, but it's a little different. Twin Shrine Maidens, Chapter 2. Okay, so this is the point in the game where we get separated, I believe. Well, the twin isn't there, so I can only assume. Something on the floor. Aragonite. It's like a glowing blue crystal. That spirit must have dropped it. Once you find the spirit stone radio, you can use the radio on the menu to listen to stones. Okay, I'll just take your word for it, game. Spirit orbs are items used to raise the maximum levels of the camera's basic functions or power-up lenses. Use a spirit orb from function upgrades in the camera menu to increase the maximum level of camera function or power-up lens. After adding a spirit orb to one of the camera's basic functions or power-up lenses, you can raise its level by using the points you've accumulated through capturing spirits. Looks like a radio. Oh, well, speak of the devil. There's our spirit stone radio. Choose radio from the menu to hear spirits' voices you've collected. Pointers. Through the use of crystals in its circuits, this improved version of a crystal radio is able to tune the voices from the spirit world. If a person wears a crystal for a long time, their thoughts will remain within. I'm just thinking of J.O. crystals. Creating a special type of crystal, a spirit stone. According to Dr. Aso, the radio can also pick up sounds from the spirit world, indicating feelings and intuitions in a similar manner to sympathetic phenomenon that occurs between twins. Interesting. Sounds like we're getting into some hippy dippy shit, but all right. Let's listen to the Aragonite. All right. Well, I guess. I mean, it's kind of similar in concept to the original game. Because when you defeat a ghost completely, usually a voice would come through and say something that was pertaining to the ghost. So I guess in this instance, we just get crystals that we can listen to on the radio. I guess if we ever felt like listening to the voices again. You have a strong J.O. crystal power. I don't doubt it. Charging it up every night. Do we have a map? Yes, but it looks incomplete. Okay. Wait a sec. Was there a door over here? No, I guess not. Okay. Well, let's start looking back at the front of the mansion area. We'll see if we can get something else done here. Probably should save, too. We didn't have the option to save at the beginning of the chapter.
Mayu! I'm sorry. I have to go.
I have to go now.
It's calling me.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. We get to play as the twin for limited sections, but we can't do much. Okay. Kind of a weird thing. I mean, I guess it kind of shows you where to go. I don't know. It gets you a little bit more familiar with the map without actually there being a threat. So I guess that's something. Found some camera equipment and film. Acquired the slow power-up lens. Slows down the movement of a spirit. Spirit power acquired 1. Upgrade extends duration. Temporarily slows down the movement of a spirit being photographed. To use, press the Y button when you've charged 1 or more spirit power points. While the effect is active, the spirit will move slower and the shutter chances will be longer, making the spirit easier to capture. This is especially effective against quick spirits or spirits that are difficult to time. Raising the level of this affects the extends its duration. Found some camera equipment. Acquired the measure equipped function. When this function is equipped, it shows the remaining HP of the closest spirit in the capture circle in the viewfinder's upper left corner. There's a much longer tutorial section in this game than there was in the previous one. But I guess there's added functions here. Let's see. Sounds like the capture circle. I think I want to go for the sensitivity one. Requires a couple more thousand points, but that definitely seems like a better option. Additional functions might be another one of those situations where it's post-game. Who knows? Alright, whoops. Let's take a look through the mansion again. Herbal medicine. Hello? Shouldn't the camera be reacting a little bit more? Or is this just fine? We gotta wait for it to pick its ass up. My goodness, like right off the bat, we have a ghost that doesn't seem to be affected from anything outside of a zero shot. This game might end up being a lot harder than the first one. Oh, no, you don't. Got a moonstone. Can upgrade camera equipment on the camera screen. It's found in the menu. Oh, that's just the spirit stone. Yes, but I don't. Oh, no, I do have the points now. Never mind. Oh, boy. Okay, so we can upgrade slow if we wanted to. And upgrade that sensitivity, though. There's only 3 slots for that anyway. Okay, so unfortunately I don't think we can evolve our Clefairy with this one, but let's see what the Moonstone gives us. Probably left by the woman in the box. And I like that there's like a deep voice in there somewhere. Boo. Something's coming. Old kimonos in the chest of drawers. They all look like women's kimonos. What about what was in the box? Anything in there? Don't seem to be anything in the urn. I didn't even know there was an urn over there. Too bad you can't train the ghost suit capture. I know. It'd be pretty sweet if you could sick them on the other ones. Alright, let's make a save. Oh, this isn't even considered a mansion. This is just the Osaka house. Whoa. What a noise this thing makes. I'm waiting to see if a zero shot opportunity comes, but it's not giving it to me. Slowed it for a second. Whoa, okay, hold up. Was there another one, or did it pop up behind me? Oh, there's 2 of them. No wonder. Man, I am not taking a lot of damage out with these guys. Just kill. There we go. Finally, a zero shot. Alright, yeah. Kind of rough getting double teamed right off the bat. Let's see. I want to see what's up here on the staircase. I don't know that I've checked this. Or maybe... Oh boy, this might have... Yeah, maybe we did. Yeah, this is the opposite end over here. Okay. So maybe there's nothing else here in the house that we can look at. Let's go see if we can find that twin. Got Mayu's charm.
It's calling me. Calling me deep into the no, it's not us.
I think I'd like to go outside. Okay, so... I think the crimson butterflies on the map might be save points. I guess for right now, let's go see what's down here, where Mayu was going. With this game, I do remember the map being a lot bigger. I was actually kind of shocked when it came to the original game, how kind of cloistered and small the game map was, because it's just in the Himuro Mansion, that's it. And granted, there's a lot to it. I mean, it's pretty big. It might not be like Resident Evil mansion type with all the variety and the depth, but it's still a decent size. That being said, though, it was a lot smaller than I remembered it being. Whereas this game, I think, is a lot bigger. They've been seen in the photo. Looks like crimson butterflies. Something behind me? Oh, yes. It was just rioters. Make a move. Oh, shit. Boy's got a little range on him. Damn. If only I'd hit the camera button a little sooner, I probably could have nabbed the zero shot in there. Something on the ground? Oh, okay. I didn't even realize. Lantern is lit. These points like this, where it's a little hard to tell if there's actually items. Oh, here we go. Okay, the camera changed. I was gonna say, with the camera zoomed out this far, I wouldn't be able to tell if she's looking at something or not. I was just seeing if she had something to say about that lantern. Okay, so specifically where we need to go. We took a photo of the door. It showed some crimson butterflies. There are doors around here, but I don't know if it's anything that we can get into or want to get into. It looks as if you can enter the building. Not yet. I'm going to look around the outside a little bit more. It seems like there's some other stuff around here. There was a path that led in the other direction over here. And since we know Mayu's kind of... Oh, there they are. Okay. It was a good thing I didn't go in the building then. Since we know Mayu's behind that door, we have a goal in mind. I was going to say this will give me a little opportunity to explore the outside area. But it looks like we found what we probably are looking for. Is that a path? I guess not. Door seems to be locked. There's this little tiny door. The kid door on the other side. Huh. Anime protagonist.
What are you still doing here?
Who are you?
The ritual will begin soon. If that happens...
Oh, is this not voiced? You are back, Yae. You and Sai have got to get out. She's at the ceremony master's house. She's going to do it. Go and get her. There is still time to catch up with her. Keys to the gate are enshrined in the twin deity statues. Look for statues like that somewhere in the village.
The ritual is about to start. Hurry!
Bad voicing acting return. I'm sure I'm not helping out either. Statue of a guardian deity is here. What looks like twins is carved into its face. There seem to be many statues just like this one throughout the village. This also is very loudly humming. Something could be seen in the photo. Looks like crimson butterflies. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, for the most part, Can I interact with this again? Crimson butterflies flutter over the statue of the guardian deities.
If you cannot find a way to leave the village, come and find me. I may be able to help.
Okay, well, can you help me now? 2 keyholes. The gate to Whisper Bridge. When the confinement starts, that gate is locked. The twin statue keys are hidden in the twin deity statue somewhere. Look for statues like that somewhere in the village.
If we escape, I'm sure we can avoid the fate of the twin shrine maidens. Don't give up.
Okay. I'm guessing you're imprisoned in there. Anyway, I was thinking the voice acting isn't terrible in this game, just from what we've heard from Mayu and Miyu. And Mio. whatever their names may possibly be. Flashlight beam doesn't reach the bottom of the well. There doesn't seem to be any water. Faint current of air rises from the bottom. My only complaint is that when the twins talk, they talk real faint like this, and they whisper, and they're really dainty with their... Just speak up, please. I can't, like, if there weren't subtitles, I would not be able to understand them. And besides the fact that just annoys me in general, I don't like faint talkers. They need to project a little more. Goddamn, pal. There's a statue of guardian deities here, the carving of twins on its face. You look all around it, but it doesn't look as if there's a key hidden here. You know, there was one, or maybe even a couple that were up on the beginning path. Like way up here, back where that... okay, well, here's one. Something in the ground, type 14 film. But back where that shrine-looking thing was, there was something. Okay, there's one. Might be another one up here. I'm sure there's not too much area that I could get into. No key there. Oh, look. Here's one. It even has some red butterflies floating around it. Examination of the lower portion of the statue uncovers a small wooden block. Twin statue key left. Shaped like one of the stone statues, but it's only the left half. I doubt we could go back here any. Let's just see. Could just leave. Past the rope bridge. And there's a substantial amount of path out this way. The roots of a giant tree there is a hole. Appears to lead to some sort of cave. Huh. Well, I'm sure that'll come into play at some point. Oh, look, here's a statue. No key there. Getting some weird surround sound stuff. Glowing blue crystal.
There is no time. Just one of them must suffice. Hurry. For the village. We must perform the ritual ourselves. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her.
Looks like Mayu's charm has something else going on here, too.
Pass through a large gate over a bridge. Inside a big house. There are many dead. Upstairs, there are dolls. Ahead.
Well, that gives us a clue as to something we're supposed to look for. Anything else here? It looks like it's kind of sectioned off. Though there does seem to be like some kind of door or something. What is that? The tree? Can't quite tell. And the spirit orb. There's a lot going on in this graveyard. The only thing is it's not properly mapped out. There's just one big blob on the map. Wait, What was that? Door of the shrine is shut tight. There's got to be something else going on here. We probably have to return to eventually. Also, another sacrifice ceremony. That's what it seems like, and that seems to be what I recall with this game. Again, I don't even think this game is all that attached to the first one. I feel like this could even just be not even like a reboot, but kind of a reboot, but like a different story in a slightly different setting with different characters, but the same mechanic. You still get the camera that can exorcise ghosts, but it's got a slightly different scenario and also has seemingly no ties to the first game. I think the third game, though, if I remember right, that one does have a return of Miku. So the character from the first game makes a return in the third one. And then 4 I don't know anything about because that was never released in the US. Shit. And I played a little bit of 5, but not much. But I don't think that any of those have any connection either. I think 3 might be the only one that's actually connected to any of the other games. A little surprising that you get attacked near the save point, too. Spirit orb there. No place is safe. All right. The big altar there would seem like a perfect spot for a hidden ghost, too. But I don't even know if we're dealing with that anymore. So I think we've seen everything there is to see up on this path for right now. Probably need to come back to that. Just because it looks like there's so much going on there. There's a shrine, there's a big tree with a cave in it or something. But what's going on? I'm gonna look this way. No key there. There were some buildings I could go into, but I wonder if those carvings would even be in a spot like that. Does that record the save point there? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Type 14 film. Oh, look. Got some more crimson butterflies. This might be what we're looking for. Examination of the lower portion of the statue uncovers a small wooden block. There we go. Twin statue key right. Shaped like one of the stone statues, but only the right half. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I'm assuming it's safe to proceed when he's just standing there. What's going on here, though? These look a little bit more menacing. The ghosts in this game take a little bit to get their zero shot. I mean, I know what they're doing from a gameplay perspective is trying to lull you into full sense of security. And then they'll make that snap movement that makes them all the more dangerous, but yeah, it seems a lot harder to hit the zero shots. Or at least the opportunity doesn't come up very often. And they're getting way too close for comfort for me to just be standing here waiting for them to make their move. I also feel like I'm wasting a lot more film in this game than I was in the previous one. But it also does seem like I get more. I wonder if I should even be messing with this. There's a lot going on here. Oh, look at that. There might be a path that connects to that tree. You already have two. Well, I mean, I found film next to one of the carvings before. Doesn't hurt to look around. It's like, we found the thing we were looking for. No sense in looking around for anything else. You never know. I'm going to save here, and I'm going to plug in those two keys, though. Let's see what we can uncover. It seems like there's a lot more freedom of movement, though. This is a little bit more open than the previous game was. Because the previous game, it wasn't necessarily, I wouldn't even call it linear, but you did seem to be corralled into going specific directions throughout the mansion. And yeah, sometimes there would be moments in the game where you can look around all over the mansion for something specific that you had to interact with. But with this game, I mean, we've had the option to go up hills, and we've seen cutscenes with priests and whatnot, like we just saw a minute ago, and we had the option to go inside other parts of the mansion or the building. It seems like there's a lot going on there, despite the fact that we've got the goal in mind to open up this gate. and look for the keys and whatnot. I don't know what's setting that off. Floating woman. Maybe that was it. You're supposed to float in the water, not the air. Shit. Oh, man, damn it. I gotta get her face. Like the weird, like, tank aquarium bubble sounds. Shining objects just stuck between the boards on the broken bridge. Got a green crystal. And a spirit orb. Oh, it seems like there's something else going on here. Right in here, actually. Drowned woman. Except that doesn't stir the shit with the other one like the other one did.
You bring it. The water coming.
A lot of coming in this game. It's coming, he's coming, she's coming, everybody's coming. Okay, I think this is the way I need to go. Bloody kimono. Alrighty then. Let's make a third save. We had 3 save slots in the last game. Might as well make it 3 in here. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Somewhat disappointingly, but we got an hour and a half in here, but we also got an hour and a half about in Fatal Frame 1. So it's a little bit of a short stream on both ends, but that's kind of that's kind of what happens when you end up doing 2 games at once. But we'll go ahead and put a kibosh in this right now. So I'm going to head out for the night. We'll be back with more Fatal Frame 2 in a couple days. Usually Monday through Wednesday are pretty free for me. So I think by Wednesday we'll come back with this and probably put a little bit more time into it. But it's pretty interesting so far, noticing little differences. It seems like it could potentially end up being a little bit harder than the original Fatal Frame, so a little bit worried about that, but we'll see how it goes. I remember the last boss being a bitch. Maybe not in the same regards as the original Fatal Frame boss, where it was like you have to know what you're doing to do it without getting caught, but actually being pretty difficult. Like you had to really get them zero shots in. But anyway, we'll work our way through this game next time. And thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you, Daler, for the raid. Appreciate that, and everybody that stuck around with that. I will be back tomorrow. We will not be doing Fatal Frame, though. We'll be doing some Dead Space. And we're a little over halfway through, I think, with that game now. So starting to work our way through kind of towards the tail end. But still a few more streams in that game, I'm sure. But Dead Space tomorrow, more Fatal Frame 2 in a couple days, and we'll move on from there. So you guys take care. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.